Hey guys, this is Zach from the Awesome Drone Show, and we are on the Echo Show right now. It just dropped all the episodes today. There's 5 episodes. They all dropped at the same time onto Disney Plus. And what's exciting about this is it's the MCU's very first TVMA TV show. Technically, Daredevil has been in the MCU, the Netflix Daredevil show, which it seems like it was confirmed by a trailer that was released here recently, that showed like actual scenes, direct scenes from the Netflix Daredevil show. They showed those scenes in the trailer for this Echo show. It's like a trailer that came out like a week or two ago. So I feel like, I don't know if it's just for promotional reasons or if it was just for marketing, but I feel like that kind of confirms that the events of the Netflix Daredevil show are canon to the MCU, which that's what I'm hoping, because I love that show and I feel like it'd be dumb to completely restart these stories, especially if you bring in the same actors for Kingpin and Daredevil. Now, I do have my reaction to all the rest of the episodes for Loki season 2 recorded. I just haven't edited them yet. I've only had the first 2 episodes, I think, uploaded to our channel so far. But I have all the rest of the season 2 episodes and my reaction to them recorded. I just have been really lazy with editing them. Hopefully, I'm going to try to get those out. Me and Marquez also recorded a full review of season 2 of Loki, as well as a review for Spider-Man 2 video game on the PS5. I just haven't edited those either, so hopefully I'll get those out soon. I just wanted to record this and put it out because, one, it just dropped today, which it'll probably be a couple days until I upload this, but also I've been really excited for this show. Like, honestly, like, I wasn't too excited when they announced it, other than the fact that she had ties to Daredevil and Kingpin. But after the first trailer dropped for the show, like a couple months ago, maybe like a month or 2 ago, I've been really hyped, especially with that first trailer. They announced that this show was going to be the first TVMA show for the MCU, which that just got me excited on its own. But then the trailer looked like it was going to have the same tone as the Netflix Daredevil show. So I'm hoping they have that same quality of the Netflix Daredevil show, not some of the other Netflix shows like Iron Fist. I hope it's at least somewhat near the quality of Daredevil. Obviously, I don't expect it to be the same exact quality, but at least hopefully they get close. Now, one thing right off the bat that kind of makes me worried is there's only 5 episodes, which each of the 3 Netflix Daredevil seasons were 13 episodes each. Which we all knew all along that this show is only going to be 5 episodes, so that's not really a surprise for me. But the first episode, which I'm about to watch, is 51 minutes, but then the next one is 41, 45, 40, and then 37 is the season finale. That's kind of worrying. I don't know why the MCU and Disney keep thinking that the season finale being the shortest episode is a good idea, or the fact that you don't have all these episodes at least 45 to 50 minutes long each. But hopefully that's not an issue. I'm just gonna keep my fingers crossed. As far as Echo, the character goes, I don't know too much about her, honestly, other than what we saw in Hawkeye, which I don't even remember too much about the Hawkeye show. It's been a while, and it wasn't one of my favorite of the MCU shows. But I do know that she has ties to Kingpin. She was adopted by Kingpin when she was young. She's deaf. She has a prosthetic leg, which I've heard in the comics her prosthetic leg has some pretty awesome abilities, some super powers of its own. And I've also heard that Echo herself also has varying superpowers in the comics. Like sometimes she has some powers, sometimes she doesn't. I know in some versions she has the ability to echo, like mimic people's fighting styles, a lot like Taskmaster. But I don't think they've shown that in the MCU yet. I don't think she did that in Hawkeye, or at least I don't remember. And then I do know in the comics, she does have a relationship, or at least a brief relationship with Daredevil. I know that her and Daredevil at least have some kind of allyship between each other. I know at first they're enemies because I think Kingpin sends her after Daredevil, but I think they do form a sort of like friendship, and I think they were romantically together for a little bit there. But we'll see how all that plays out in this show. Obviously, we already know that Charlie Cox is going to be here as Daredevil again. Vincent D'Onofrio was very heavily featured in the trailers and all the trailers for the show. Which also, one more thing, there is a deleted scene for Hawkeye. I don't know why it was deleted. Like, I really don't. It looked like a scene that was literally ripped out of the Netflix Daredevil show, just the tone and the way it was written and everything, and it's just so great. Whenever I search it for YouTube now, all I can find is like a heavily edited version, so it's not like the full scene. It's probably somewhere, but I hope that they throw that somewhere in here, but I don't really know how it would fit, because in the scene he's talking to Kate Bishop's mom in the past, so I don't know if it'd be able to fit in here, but I do hope they use it somewhere because I do love it. But with that said, I have some wine in a red Solo cup because that's classy. So cheers, and let's get started. That's what I like to see from MCU. Man, I'm actually really excited. I hope this does good. I really do. I haven't looked at any of the reviews, so I don't know if it's getting good reviews or not. I'm going to try to hold off until I watch all the episodes. Oh, yeah, and I also know she's Native American. Well, she's part Native American, I think. I know in some of the comics, she has like Native American, like mystical powers from her Native American side. Oh, I think that the symbols on our hands, aren't those the symbols that were like on when they first announced the show? I think that was like used as a working logo. She's thrust into the mortal world. Well, they all were.
No, we're cousins.
They did cast that little girl, which she was in the Hawkeye show too. They cast her pretty well. She looks a lot like a younger version of the actress who plays her older.
And ran straight.
Is that the guy from that one scene from The Last of Us? Yeah, that's her dad, right? Yeah, I remember that Kingpin ordered for her dad to be killed during the blip, I think.
It'll be better in a few days.
What kind of bird is that? It looks familiar. I'm terrible at species of birds. It's like that meme where it's like, my talent is being able to identify birds.
Ancestors whispering in your ear again. Well, why don't you ask them for something good, like Powerball?
That would be really good. Be pretty handy. Always gotta start with the tragedy. I was about to ask if that's what caused her to be deaf, but she seemed to already be deaf before then. She was signing. Oh, okay, that's when she lost her leg, probably, though. Oof. Yep, she lost her leg from that crash.
I found out who cut the brakes. They're taken care of.
You took her from us. You.
All right, I think it's time to go.
No. It's time for him to go. Before someone else gets hurt. I will never forgive you for this.
That's rough. I wonder if her cousin's ever gonna come back into the picture. Back in New York City, she gonna be in Hell's Kitchen. I feel like them doing that might have been in the Hawkeye show, but I might be wrong.
No, maybe they are.
Oh yeah,
Dragons live in a different world.
yeah. This was in the Hawkeye show. This was seen from there. Yep, in the Shang-Chi movie.
I know.
Yeah, there's another scene from Hawkeye.
School is your focus. You're going to grow up and have a different life than me.
Fisk. Yeah, I remember when that episode happened. I mean, they didn't show him say Maya, but they showed him laugh, and they didn't say who it was or anything. There's so much speculation on if that was Fisk or not during that whole week after. That was a pretty fun time. I'm talking about in the Hawkeye episode, whenever the Hawkeye show came out back in 2021, when they were releasing weekly. Yep. We're getting a fast forward through all the flashbacks from the Hawkeye show. Ronan, aka Hawkeye. That was pretty. I did like that part about the Hawkeye show, how they connected Hawkeye to Fisk. It would have been so cool if we got to see like Hawkeye fight Fisk, but nope. Like, especially because, like, can you imagine if they had Hawkeye fight Fisk and then Fisk beat him? Like, Fisk beating an Avenger, that'd set up Fisk as such a threat, like, so well. It just makes me angry how they did Fisk in the Hawkeye show. I'm talking through this because we knew this from the Hawkeye show. This scene. He's got his white suit. Wonder where in the timeline this would be. If the Netflix show is canon, is this after season 3? Well, no, he'd be in prison after season 3.
We all mourn your father. I understand your age.
So this would be after the blip, I guess, but before the Hawkeye show.
My father was killed also.
So technically, I guess it is after season 3, if season 3 is canon. Yeah, he killed him.
The pain that I felt in the wake of that moment is something that I've never felt again since.
Yeah, that's one of the scenes they showed in the trailer that I was talking about earlier in the intro.
Take your hurt, your loss, take your pain, make it into something useful.
See, like, that's what happens when you have only 5 seasons or 5 episodes in a season. Only 5 episodes in a season. Each episode is only less than an hour, less than 50 minutes. Like, I feel like, I mean, obviously, like, we're only like not even halfway through the first episode, but a scene like that, I feel like it should have lasted longer. I feel like they cut away from that too early. It's just so short. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't have the same impact because you have to keep moving forward because you only have 5 episodes. Each episode is less than 50 minutes. I don't know. I feel like you don't allow the writing to be able to marinate in these scenes. I don't know. I know I'm just complaining here. Which I do know the Daredevil Reborn show is supposed to be like 18 episodes, so I'm happy about that.
Good. Doc.
This is like your first mission.
Kingpin thanks you for your loyalty.
Yeah. This is a fight scene that's shown in the trailer where she like kicks the chair at the guy. That's one way to enter. Alright, we got one shot, or at least the start of one. I do appreciate the one shot. Well, I mean, there's a cut there, but this is kind of a hidden one. Guessing that was her first kill. The way they lingered on that. And they're still lingering. Still one shot. Okay, alright, here we go. Daredevil one shot in the first episode. That was a fast kick. A lot faster than the other moves we've seen so far.
I've been watching them all night. And then you guys show up. I'll screw everything up.
Yeah, especially if this is her first mission. She didn't really stand a chance here. Yeah, get a little time out here. That was pretty sweet. I like the, what are they called, billy clubs, the way he's using them. I like how she keeps trying to grab for guns and he's ready for it every time. And he's gone. He's Batman.
None of my men have ever held their own with him like that. You did better than even I expected.
Well, I mean, Nobu kind of did, but
Of use.
this might have been before the whole Nobu stuff. No, it couldn't have been.
And I've dedicated all my resources into bringing your father's killer to justice. I hope you know that.
When you find him, he's mine.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Which I think that's what he says in the deleted scene from Hawkeye that I was talking about in the intro. I'm pretty sure. He says somewhere. He might have said it in the Daredevil show. Ronin. This was a scene in the Hawkeye show. This is when he tells her, right, that Kingpin had her father killed.
Your boss wanted your father dead. Yes, your boss.
That was a pretty good scene. And we're almost caught up after this. Which I did hear that this was a scene in the comics where she shoots him in the eye and like temporarily blinds him for a little bit, but he survives. Yeah, it's scary driving when you're sleepy. Always pull over when you're tired, because bad stuff can happen. Her childhood home. God, I hate scenes like that in movies, even though I know it's fake. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna give her those mystical powers that I was talking about. That I'm pretty sure she has in the comics. Some versions in the comics, or if they're gonna keep her more human, since she's a street level hero. I'm sure it's not gonna get like too crazy if she does get powers, but it would make sense if she got powers. I think it'd be kind of cool, but I'm sure it won't be like too overpowered, considering she is still street level. It's gonna be like the Defenders, to where their powers, none of them were like overpowered, even though some of them did have superpowers.
I wish I knew you were coming.
In and Out. Does she work for In and Out? She's on a business trip for In and Out. Make America skate again. Yeah, I remember seeing that in the trailer. Kind of funny. Dude, I tried going skating for the first time. Well, first time since I was probably a kid. It was back like 2 years ago. Felt like I was gonna die. And I was holding on to the rails the whole time too. Well, most of the time at least.
Bullet or blade?
All right, what are we working with here? Lucky he was set.
Gretchen. Remember that name.
Dental floss.
Oh gosh.
Nice. Take a deep breath.
Goodness. Definitely looked infected. I'm no doctor, but that definitely looked infected.
If she finds out you were here and you didn't see her, you will break her heart.
That was her cousin in the beginning, right? Fisk shipping.
I won't bring a war here to the people I love and who love you.
Oh, we're gonna see that he's still alive, just a little bit blind, temporarily. Nope. He gonna walk it off.
How's he even walking right now, Chuck? He looks like he's gonna walk it off.
Surprised she didn't do a double tap on him. Oh, you get previews. Okay. That's interesting, considering the whole season's on here. Okay, and that was episode 1 of the Echo Show. I'm probably not going to record another episode tonight, at least. But yeah, that was a decent start. Obviously, it's just the first episode, so I don't have too much opinions on it. I do still have a worry about the only 5 episodes, and each episode is less than 50 minutes, and the last like 2 or 3 are like almost like 40 minutes. So I don't know. we'll have to see about that. We did get to see a one-shot fight scene in this episode, and it included Daredevil, which is pretty exciting to see. It wasn't as the punches and moves weren't as quick as they were in the Daredevil show. It wasn't as fluid as it was in the Daredevil show, but it was still good in my opinion. I still enjoyed it. It's still a fight scene I do want to look up again and watch again, because it was pretty exciting to see. And then so now we know that even though Maya presumably believes that Kingpin is dead, she still wants to go after his business and kind of wage a war with his business, which is kind of exciting because the rumors are that Kingpin is going to be like the Thanos of the ground level heroes, like Daredevil, Spider-Man, Echo, whoever else they bring in. And Moon Knight. So it would be really cool if this show is able to set him up pretty well to be that. I feel like this show is probably going to be the catalyst for him becoming that. So hopefully they do that well here, because they didn't build him up very well in Hawkeye. I don't know. I don't want to complain too much in this video, so I want to talk about that. But yeah, I am excited for the rest of the episodes. Hopefully they do well. Hopefully they give me more of that Daredevil feel, Netflix Daredevil feel throughout the show. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's good. But if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Don't post any spoilers yet, because I haven't watched the rest of the show yet, and a lot of people reading the comments probably haven't, if anybody's even reading the comments on these videos. But yeah, just let me know what you thought about this episode in particular, and if you're just excited for Daredevil and the ground level heroes to be in the MCU and TVMA finally. But as always, we will see you later.